Welcome back to TTP Sports, everyone. The Phillies, they're only a half game behind the New York Mets now for first place in the National League East with this come-from-behind victory over the Washington Nationals, 9th-inning rally. They're making me believe again. They're making me believe. Everyone, we have a dilemma. They're making me believe again. Oh, man. 4-game sweep of the Washington Nationals, and now you're only a half game behind the New York Mets going into a huge weekend series against the Mets, which can definitely turn side, I guess, what happens the rest of the season. I know I'm probably getting way too ahead of myself, but still, this weekend series is most likely going to be electric, and I cannot wait for every second of it. My God. I'm lost for words. I am lost for words. They're making me believe again. They're drawing me back in. I said I wasn't going to do this, but I am. I'm stumped. I'm absolutely stumped. But hey, I'm going to sit back and just enjoy good baseball and shut up, because it's just happy to be exciting at least. It feels good to have at least excitement with this team for once, that they're going to be in this race. They're making me believe again, man. They're making me believe. So, going into the game, huge late inning comeback. Huge. Starting off with that double by Double Herrera. Then you get JT Realmuto down to the last strike, getting an RBI double, tying the ball game up. Intentionally walking Bryce Harper because everyone's afraid to pitch to him. And you know why you shouldn't intentionally walk Bryce Harper? Because then you got to face Rhys Hoskins, who's red hot, and he gets the Phillies a 2-run lead. Whew. It was scary in the 9th inning, though. It was scary because the Nats got 1 run and Didi Gregorius made a defensive mishap, even though a couple of innings before he had this great play where he made a play at home plate. I guess he makes up for his great play by making a worse play. But Archie Bradley shut the door down after that. He did. We win this ball game. Aaron Nola today, honestly, with all this stuff that happened late in the ball game, I completely forgot Aaron Nola pitched. Now, I'm just being honest. I completely forgot Aaron Nola pitched because, honestly, that's how abysmal he was today. He wasn't good. Pitch count was way high. It looked like he was very frustrated with the strike zone. Yes, the umpire strike zone today on both sides was very terrible. It was awful. Inconsistencies. One time this corner is a strike, one time it's a ball, then yada, yada, yada. It keeps happening throughout the course of the game. And yeah. But Aaron Nola, I felt like he got flustered because of it the entire day. And also he made this one error early in the ball game too, where he missed through a play to first base, where I feel like that kind of got in his head as well. So Aaron Nola did not do a good job of keeping this or getting this team a good position to win the ball game. Doesn't go deep at all. Got the pitch count very high. And it's just one of those same things. And it's felt like a very common pattern in this year with Aaron Nola. He gives you this 1 or 2 starts in a row where it looks like he might turn the corner, but then he just ends up having that one start where it's a complete dud. And this is that start. We definitely needed him to go at least 7 innings in this ballgame, and he does not. He does not surpass the 7-inning mark. He only goes 5 in this ballgame. Needed a big one from Aaron Nola, and he didn't provide it. Thank God the bullpen managed to shut the rest of the door down. Thank God they did. The only person in the bullpen to give up a run was Archie Bradley. And that was an unearned run because of the Didi Gregorius error. So thank God the bullpen stepped up in this ballgame, and thank God the offense stepped up very late as well. Thank God. Thank God. And the Phillies, they get the first 2 runs in this ballgame. Sorry, my voice cut out for a second there. I'm just so speechless. It's honestly, my voice is a little scratchy from screaming that entire 9th inning. So, going into this ballgame, Phillies get the first runs. Ronald Torreyes getting an RBI single, scoring Rhys Hoskins, making it a 1-run ball game. You go top 3, Bryce Harper, who continues his rampant pace, continues putting up those elite numbers. He hits his 250th career home run to dead center field, making it a 2-1 ball game. Bryce Harper, man, he's been electric as of late, and he's putting up some MVP numbers. Getting all those other stats that he has, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging, OPP, OPP plus, everything. Really, just besides the home runs and the RBIs, he's putting up elite numbers. That's tops in the league. And he honestly should be considered for the MVP race. Honestly, also with, sadly, because Ronald Acuna Jr., he's out for the rest of the season, and also Tatis Jr., he's also injured for a certain amount of time. This might benefit Bryce Harper in the MVP race, but hopefully he can find a way to creep up there because he's knocking on the door. He definitely is. He's going on a major hot streak right now. And he's got some home runs in his past couple of games, so maybe the home runs come. Maybe he goes on a rampant pace of hitting home runs. It's going to be huge going into the series against the Mets. Huge, 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 huge. We go bottom 4. Aaron Nola gets into a little bit of trouble. Carter Kieboom, who's been a thorn in our backside this entire series, he gets an RBI single to make it 2-1. And then you got Trace Barrera, who honestly looked like he leaned into this pitch definitely when he got hit by it. I would say it's a definite leaning into the pitch, but the umpire did not call it, and the bases were loaded. Aaron Nola hits him with the pitch, and it scores a run, tying the ball game up at 2. You go bottom 5. Aaron Nola's still on the mound. He allows a couple of base runners, definitely during the Juan Soto at bat. The umpire definitely missed a strike call, which probably should have been a strike, and he called the ball instead. Aaron Nola allows the next couple of people to get on. Actually, I think Juan Soto was the second person to get on base in this inning. Well, you know what I mean. Josh Bell comes up, absolutely missiles one to right center field, goes over the wall, makes it a 5-2 ball game. Aaron Nola just wasn't good. Aaron Nola was not good in this ball game. Then you go top 7. Didi Gregorius gets robbed by Juan Soto in right field. Definitely stole it. It could have been a home run. It could have been a double that hit the top of the wall. But still, Juan Soto made a robbery of whatever Didi Gregorius was going to get in right field. Major robbery, and that possibly took away a run. Alec Boehm, very next at bat, doubles to deep left center field, so you got a runner on second base for Odubel Herrera, who singles the opposite way to drive in Alec Boehm, making it a 5-3 ball game. Phillies get bases loaded for JT Realmuto, and he pops up. So your chance right there in the 7th inning to tie this ball game, you don't come up there. 8th inning, nothing really happens there. Phillies get maybe one base runner from Rhys Hoskins, but nothing happens. You go bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies pitching gets out of that. Then you go to the top of the 9th. Leadoff double by Odubel Herrera. He gets injured on the play, though, but he manages to stay in. I guess he slipped on second base, and I guess maybe something tightened up on him. So hopefully that doesn't mean he is going to miss some time this weekend series, because definitely we need all the people healthy as possible. We definitely do going into this series against the Mets. Can't have that happen. Then you get Ronald Torreyes reaching the first base on a throwing error by Carter Kieboom. So that comes up huge too for the Phillies, because Gene Segura, he comes in pinch hitting, he strikes out. Okay, you get one out for Travis Jankowski. He grounds out to the third baseman Kieboom again, but it manages to get Herrera and Torreyes to second and third base. So you got 2 outs. You got JT Realmuto up the plate. He works the count. He gets it up to 3-0. Then the pitcher comes back. He makes it a 3-2 count. JT fouling balls off, finding a way to get that pitch he wants. 3-2 count. I forget how many pitches were in this bat, honestly, but still, it was a very long at bat, it felt like, because of the stress. What does he do? Fastball, high, drives it to right center field, and he ties the ball game up for an 2 RBI double. 5-5 ball game. Bryce Harper intentionally walks. Rhys Hoskins doesn't take him that many pitches. You got a meatball right down the middle of the plate, and he drove a double in the left center field by the bullpen, and he makes it a 7-5 ball game for the Phillies. Wow. 4-run 9th inning for the Phillies, and I think 9 batters came up the plate in this inning for the Phillies. I think, 9 batters or 8 batters. They batted around, definitely, in this inning. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Archie Bradley comes up. He gets the first batter out, Alcides Escobar. He gets an out to Didi Gregorius. Juan Soto, Travis Jankowski almost came close to robbing him of a double. This close between the wall and the ball. And Juan Soto gets a double out of it. Then you get Josh Bell. Honestly, this is very lucky from him, but also just a bad mistake by Didi Gregorius at the same time. Josh Bell just a chopper up the middle. It hits the second base. Somehow it hits the bag, and it just changed direction on Didi Gregorius, but for some reason he still attempted to throw that ball to first base. Josh Bell was going to be safe regardless, and if you don't throw that ball, it's a first and second situation instead of the ball going into the dugout, allowing Juan Soto to score and Josh Bell going to second base. So it goes the complete 180, and you get a 7-6 ball game now instead of remaining 7-5. But then Archie Bradley shuts down the door, gets Yadiel Hernandez to line out to Odubel Herrera. Then you get Carter Kieboom chopper up the middle to Archie Bradley to end this ball game. Go to the box score. A lot of pitchers used. Aaron Nola, 5 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and the home run led to Josh Bell. Not a good start from Aaron Nola. Pitch count way too high, and he looked very flustered out there. Not a good start. Definitely nothing we needed from him tonight. De Los Santos comes in for the 6th. He got a good pickoff in this inning too, so he only went 1 inning, got all 3 outs that he needed. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt for this appearance, but still it's De Los Santos, and I wasn't thrilled with him coming out, but he got the job done in his inning. Jose Alvarado, he allows 3 hits, but then this was the inning that he got the really nice play from Didi Gregorius. Then you got Lovera coming in for his 8th inning. He went the full inning, didn't allow a hit, didn't walk anyone, didn't strike out anyone, got the 1-2-3 inning. Archie Bradley comes in for the 9th, allows 2 hits, 1 run, which was unearned, and he got the job done. Then you go to the batting order. Travis Jankowski in the leadoff spot goes 0-4 with a walk in today's ball game. JT Realmuto goes 1-4 with the 2 RBI double in the 9th. Bryce Harper, he goes 1-4 with 2 runs scored in an RBI. Had his 250th career home run. He is red hot as of ever. His average is at 305. Rhys Hoskins, great ball game, 3 for 5, 2 RBIs, 1 run scored. Didi Gregorius, sadly not the best ball game for him, even though he did get robbed by Juan Soto. He went 0 for 5 in this ball game. Alec Boehm, he did have a hit. He went 1 for 4, but he also had 3 strikeouts in this ball game. Definitely not the best performance from Alec Boehm as well. Odubel Herrera, he goes 2 for 3 with a run scored, an RBI, and a walk. Ronald Torreyes, he goes 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. Aaron Nola had 2 plate appearances as well. He went 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. Brad Miller, he had a plate appearance as well. He walked. Gene Segura also had a pinch hit appearance. He was 0 for 1 with a strikeout. With runners in scoring position in today's ballgame, the Phillies batted .400 once again. They were 4 for 10, and they left 7 runners stranded on base. So, huge series coming up against the New York Mets. So let's look into this. Let's look into this series. Tomorrow, 7:05, you're going to have Gibson on the mound against Stroman. Gibson, he got a good outing with him in his first appearance against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He went 6 innings. He threw a lot of pitches, but still a pretty good appearance for him in his first start as a Philly. And we definitely need him to come up clutch tomorrow. You got Marcus Stroman for the Mets. He's 7-10 with a 2.80 ERA and 101 strikeouts. The Phillies have definitely had their struggles with Stroman this year, but the bats definitely need to light him up tomorrow. I know he's had some starts recently where he hasn't been as good, but also the Mets recently have been really struggling with the bats, especially in their previous series against the Marlins, where they've had so many chances with runners in scoring position and they could not drive anyone in. So this is going to be a huge series for the Phillies. Huge. We go into Saturday's performance. You got Tyler Miguel going up against Ranger Suarez. That's a 4:05 game, hopefully, or the 4:15 game. I wonder if they do change that to Fox solely, but right now it's on both of the Mets and the Phillies' respective local networks, and it's also on Fox Sports 1. So it's definitely on Fox regardless, but still. And then you're going to have Sunday's matchup, which is going to have, I think, a good, decent pitching matchup at least. It's going to be Taijuan Walker going up against Zach Wheeler. So we're going to have our pitcher from the deadline that came in, got himself a win in his first appearance. Definitely need a big appearance from him. Going to have Ranger Suarez, his first appearance as a starter against the Nationals. He was pretty good, even though Joe Girardi elected to take him out early. Then you're going to have your ace on the mound on Sunday to try to close that series out. We need to win at least 2 games in this series. We need to win 2. 2. That's all I'm asking for is 2. I'm not asking for a sweep. I'm not asking for that at all. 2. That is all I am asking for. You've won 5 in a row so far. I'll be fine with 2 out of 3 wins in this series. I'll be definitely fine with that. Because then you have the Dodgers coming up. Then you'll have the Reds after that. So this is going to be a very, very tough series. And I expect a lot of people, with the way the Phillies are playing now, to pack that ballpark up. I know there's going to be a lot of Mets fans there as well, but I expect a lot of Phillies fans to make appearances because of how close the race is now. Come on, Phillies fans. We need this series win. We need you to electrify Citizens Bank Park immediately. It's going to be a fun series. I can't wait for it. It's going to be very electric. It's going to be very fun to watch, hopefully. Hopefully. So, that's going to do it for this video, everyone. What are your thoughts on this game? What are your thoughts on the offense? Everything Aaron Nola, everything going into this series against the New York Mets. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, don't forget to drop a like on this video as well. Don't forget to check out the Painted Lines, which I'm a part of. Their links are down in the description below. Also, don't forget to check all the links to Bros Media, the Florida Podcast merch website, and also the Flyers Nitty Gritty. All that stuff is down in the description below. And also, don't forget the most important thing is to hit that subscribe button to the channel, everyone. Definitely go and do that. And I will see you next time. The Fightins are back.